I've managed to acquire or loot some aged torch holders, and it is a cold but calm night. So I am going to go across to Saraty's mansion. Wow, that's it. And I want to put some of these torch holders up so that I will have a little bit more light. Let's get them on my bar, that would be helpful, as would the torches. We have light here. We have torch holders and light there. Okay, let's go upstairs. I think a torch holder there would be good. Yes. I don't want anybody coming in. Is there anything here? No. That's a nice place. And here, is that the right level? Yes. Wow, I've only got 2 left, but if I can get this bit lit so that I don't have horrible beasts coming down on top of me, this will be a plus. Now, torch holder, where should we put this first one? There. Okay, I've got 1 left. We will put you there. Wow. Goodness me, that went quickly, didn't it? And these beds are no use to man nor beast. Oh, ebony, rotten planks, spiders' webs, and a double-headed axe. My goodness. What's over here? Nothing. And we've got that nice chest there. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we've done a little bit of lighting, and that will make our lives a little bit better if we can just stop things coming in over our heads. Nice. Yeah, that already looks better. Let's see what it looks like from outside. Oh yes, look at that. When this place is lit up, it's going to look absolutely spectacular. I am very, very pleased because if you look at the temperature, it's -6. And look, my seawater has not frozen. It does take a lot to get seawater frozen, but this bodes well for making a large aquarium if we can get to -6 without it freezing. Now this is under a roof and it's not in a proper room, but it is sheltered from the cold a little bit. So I think that bodes well. I'm liking that a lot. I took a scroll, an aged law book and some paper, and look, they are actually emitting particles. That is so bizarre. I didn't realise that books and papers emitted particles. I'm in the process of taking these maps upstairs. I'm just sorting out, and I suddenly noticed this. Is it the scroll? And is it the book? It's definitely the scroll or the book because the particles are now dissipating. Isn't that amazing? I didn't realise that scrolls and books gave off particles. I wonder what the particles are. I mean, I don't think they're dust. Are they some sort of magic that scrolls and books emit? Oh my gosh, it looks cold out there. Look at that. Ooh. What a dawn. Oh, we have to have a picture of that. That looks fabulous. Oops, my voice is going a bit. sort of croaking at you still a little bit. Never mind, we can live with that. Now we've got the map to the university, and we've got the map to the crossroads there, and also another paper. That's the directions to the lazaret, and that's just a paper. That's fine. Does the chest now emit particles? It doesn't. Does anything else emit particles here? Oh, look at the colours. Oh my word. What a dawn. Oh my word. It's beautiful. Let's put this amongst our book collection. We're gradually filling up the bookcases. Oh look, yes. Look, the scroll. That's emitting particles too. How fantastic. What did I do with that scroll? I think I put it in here. I don't know what I've done with it. Have I lost it? It's not in there. Oh, the paper was a scroll, wasn't it? That's right. Gradually getting there. Look at that. We need a scroll holder, don't we? Have we got a scroll holder in here? We have not. I think we need a scroll holder. And I need to go and look at my other scroll holder, which is down here. Do scrolls emit particles in a scroll holder? They do not. Oh. Ah, this is fascinating. So if this one is on the floor, does it emit particles? Yes, it does. Look, can you see the particles? Oh, how... Honestly, sometimes it's the little things that you find most interesting, isn't it? Right, have I got any planks? Got 2 of those. I've got some walnut, that will do. Now a scroll holder, oh, I'll have to look this up. I think it takes some mech. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can do this. Right, scroll holder. It's a pattern of 5 with 1 there. Okay, so we get a pattern of 5 with 1 there. Nice. I always feel that the goats are laughing at me. I don't know if you can hear them, but I seriously feel that they're laughing at me. I'm sure they are not. Right, let's take this scroll holder upstairs. I wonder if the particles are to help you find scrolls. Let's take... Where would we put a scroll holder that we would like? Would we like one there or there? This is a bit cluttered, I feel. And I don't mind the clutter. Yeah, let's pop one there. That fits very well, actually. And let's pop that in there. And that in there. Let's have a look. Isn't that nice? And it's interesting that the bands around the scrolls match my tunic. Did you notice that? And these are now dissipating. Fabulous! I mean, little things all the time just please me. They really do. I mean, this game is wonderful. Now, before I started doing that, I had a plan in mind, and that plan is to go across to the castle that I am doing up, I think, as a as a hot base in winter, which we clearly need. And see how we're doing on pumpkins there. Let's go and have a look. It's through here. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Okay, let's go and check on our pumpkins. Now we have pumpkins here. 1 of 8. Ah. Those aren't growing at all. Let's have a look out here. Oh, we have 2 pumpkins. If I take the pumpkins, will the rest grow? I don't know, but I do want these 2 pumpkins. You keep growing, mate. That's exactly what I wanted. Right. I am loving the pumpkin lights. Now, I have heard that we can continue carving pumpkins through November. I'm not sure, and I don't want to take the risk. I want to come back and I want to carve a couple of pumpkins. And one of you had a brilliant idea, which is to carve pumpkins as what they call leading lights on the harbour. Now, normally when you sail into a harbour, you will find that there are a couple of leading lights that show you the entrance to the harbour. The one on the left-hand side is the port light, on the right-hand side is the starboard light, and the left one for port is red, and the starboard side is going to be green. There we go. And sailors always know that if you see a red light, you leave it to port. If you see a green light, you leave it to starboard, which is great. Let's move the hammer to here. Let's get one of our pumpkins down. Now I only want one side carved. Is that a carved surface? It is. Right. Now let's there we go. Got to go for the afterglow, and let's start with the smallest one. Can I go for the bigger one? Oh no, that only does it in sections, doesn't it? Actually, does that help? No, it doesn't. It's all a learning curve. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, the depth is different. Fascinating. Now, I want to see... let's just get this out first. And I will only need, that's one... Yeah, I will only need one side to be lit, because if you have leading lights, 3 sides are dark and one side is lit. Now what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going for pumpkin. Right. Dang it. That's it. Yeah. I want to try to make it look a bit like a lantern. Now, obviously it's not going to look much like a lantern, but we do our best. We do our best. Let's have a look at a lantern. Where's a lantern? Come on. Yeah, I'd love to do some really fancy chisel work like that. Yeah, these are, they look very nice. That's a little bit outside my range, I think. But that's not bad. That's not bad. Right. Yeah. Let's try something bigger. Will that give? No. See, I'm on a different surface here. Let me have a look from the side. Yeah, that's not good. We need to go back to the little one. Yeah. Okay. I am learning so much about pumpkin carving by doing this. Probably about chiseling generally. That's right. Okay. Did I put the ones in the bottom? I did. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. That looks pretty good. Do I want to do the top? I do not. And again, it's all about just making something that looks like a decent leading light. Okay. That's one. Let's do the other. Now that we've learnt what we're doing. Okay. We're going to go for little one, and we're going to go for that. And in fact, we're going to go into, aren't we? Yes. Ah. Mistake. Let's do the bottom bits first. That works. And again, I've gone for getting a rim round it. I suppose what I could have done is put a pumpkin with a dark thing and have this dark. But I don't want to do that at the moment. I just want to get a couple of leading lights up and see how that looks after dark. You know, the colours in this pumpkin are absolutely gorgeous. When you look at them, the different shades of orange and things like that, they're really fabulous. There we go. And then we just fill in by one, oops, so that we get a nice rim. Have I got a rim there? I can't see. Yeah, I think I've got a rim. Yes, I have. It just doesn't look it. I am doubting myself with no need. Working my way down with this gorgeous lit material. Yeah. It is worth doing it slowly and carefully. Yep, that's fine. Just checking. I think this is the first year I've done anything particularly ambitious with pumpkins. Or indeed the first map. I have carved pumpkins before. There we go. Let's... Ah, they don't stack. Interesting. And we better take our wrench with us because I have a funny feeling that we may be in a position where we need to turn these round. I'm hoping that works. Right, let's go. If I'd had any sense, I would have put them in the way I wanted them to look. I would have carved them facing the way I wanted them to face. That's what I'm trying to say. Gee, it looks cold here, doesn't it? 3 degrees, that's not bad. Wow. And there is no ice on here now. Let's try and get our pumpkins out here. I bet I've got the face of it. Yeah, I knew I had. Okay. That's it. And the other one. I can actually stand on the edge. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Now, the idea... Don't tell me. Oh, no! I'm so angry about trees. Yeah, that looks great. Now, the idea is that we can see these when we come into Harbour. Now, if we go to the side, you can see they no longer look square. So these act as leading lights at night, and they will guide us into the dock. I think that looks great, actually. And particularly since I've got the goldy coloured ones at this end. And let's go and get this poor dead tree down. That tree died. I'm almost giving up on fruit trees. I really am. I'm just so fed up with them. And it's 7 degrees here. There is no reason for that tree to have died. They're not quite doing it to spite me, but they are really irritating things. Right. We'll see how that looks at night. That should be a lot of... Right, it's time to test our leading lights. It is truly dark, so I want to go by raft. Yeah, let's reverse out. No, let's go this way. Now what? Oh, we're stuck on land, are we? Okay. Actually, well, I think what we're stuck on was ice. Wow. Let's see if we can do it this time. Yes. Look at that. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm going this way. So busy looking. Now, if we go out to sea a bit, and then we turn round on this dark, cold night. Oh, can you see? That's working, isn't it? Because look, you can only see the one light, but you know that if you go further, we can line up with the two lights. Isn't that fantastic? I know there's quite a lot of light here anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at our green tower. It looks fabulous at night. It really does. Yes, those lights work beautifully. They do emit more light than I thought from the sides, but I'm not unhappy with that. And I think I heard a baby goat. Let's have a quick look. Let's go and have a quick look here. I've got a baby. So these goats will breed here. And that's fantastic. We need to feed them more. Which way am I going? This way. Oh, doesn't that look great? That looks really nice. It's not often you're out at night and can actually admire how your base looks when it's all lit up. But it does look good, doesn't it? Really does. Right, let's get back on our raft and we will come back over here. That's fantastic. Right, let's move in here. Then we don't get stuck on the ice again. The worst thing I had was getting the boat stuck in the ice. It's one of the reasons I'm not really travelling by boat very much at the moment. It's a shame you can't put... Look at all this ice. I'm sliding on it. It's a shame you can't put light on boats. Wow, our light goes a long way, doesn't it? It looks good. It looks good. I think my farms are fallow at the moment. Let me go and have a look. I've forgotten. Yeah, everything is fallow. And it's mostly because the ice is frozen. You can't grow things without moisture. And you can see that the moisture is only 6% because the water is frozen. So we really have to wait. That's okay, we've got plenty of food. And if we haven't, we'll set some farms up in our warm climate castle. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little episode. I'm still a bit croaky, but we're getting back in the swing. And it's lovely to have some harbour leading lights. Bye bye, my friends.